It's the one and only
Carrie Bickmore.
And Tommy Little.
This
Is Carrie and Tommy.
Yes, welcome to it. And it's a big show on the podcast today, guys.
I wish I knew if Bieber was okay. That's all my thoughts for a Monday afternoon.
What makes you think he's not?
So, did you see all those dishevelled-looking him singing into the phone and going like zooming up into his eye last week?
I did, but I thought it was young people stuff.
I don't know. I mean, I'm old, so maybe it was young. It just got me worried. The mum and me got worried. But now I've seen a post of him on the couch with his little bub and he looks cute and he looks happy.
I'm worried about all the Bieber, Diddy.
No, I
Usher.
know. Maybe that's why he's unravelling. Anyway.
But yes, I feel for him as well, Carrie.
I like him and Hailey.
Do you?
Yeah. Have you seen that thing? Another TikTok thing that young people are across that I'm not. Apparently, there's this whole thing about how Hailey modelled herself on Selena.
Yeah.
And that, like, Selena would wear an outfit somewhere and then Hailey would wear an
The
outfit
cooking
somewhere
show
and then-
comparisons are wild.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yes.
You guys mean girls in it
and
already.
she
Oh, my God.
she-
Oh, my God. Is that what she
there's
does?
there's talk that he's had his meltdown last week because Selena announced her engagement.
Oh, my God. Can he move on?
I mean, I think he has.
Hey, heaps coming
Anyway,
up
that wasn't
today.
how I was planning on starting the show, but if
No.
anyone can get in touch with Bieber, just let me know if he's all okay. It's all I want to know.
Great. Give us a call, 13 10 60.
And check in on
Is
Post
he
Malone.
okay?
He worries me sometimes too.
As a mother.
Oh, anyway, what are we doing on the show
We got
today?
heaps coming up. Up next, I reckon. So I had a real low point when I was hiking Mount Kilimanjaro, where they gave us a bucket of water to wash ourselves.
Oh, yeah.
And I'd used it for the first time ever, and I didn't know the etiquette. And so I started with the dirtiest bits first. So I put the like towel straight up my jacksie, and then I realised I've got to wash my face with that. If you think that's bad, I've got a story for you next, which is going to absolutely make you laugh to the point you're going to do your dax. Stay with us.
Carrie and Tommy.
For your Monday Arvo, it's Carrie and Tommy.
So the geriatric man that I care for that lives in my home,
Your housemate Johnny.
Johnny, one of the best of all time, he was away last week. Friday night, he rolls in the door just after I get in, so about 7 p.m. or something. And I go to give him a hug because I haven't seen him for the week. And he goes, "Don't touch me, I got a shower." And I said, "What?" And he goes, "Don't, I stink." I said, "What happened?" And I start laughing and he goes, "Oh, man, I'll tell you quickly before I get in the shower." So he was in Cairns and working on a building site. So he spent all day sweating in
Hot,
30
humid
degrees,
conditions.
humidity.
Yep.
And he goes, "I'll just get changed at the airport because I'm running late for my flight." And he gets to his flight. He doesn't have his driver's license, and they need that for him to get on the plane. And so they say, download your ID because we're going to need to see some. You've got 18 minutes to do it. And so he goes, damn. What I did.
sweating even more?
Sweating even more.
my
And they said,
God.
"Can you step away from the desk while you panic, please,
Please
sir?"
move, sir.
And so he steps a metre away and goes, damn. Downloads it. He's got 5 minutes to go. And so he checks in and goes through security. And this is when he planned to change because he's drenched in sweat. He's got shorts and a T-shirt, but he's drenched head to toe in sweat.
No.
So he goes into the cubicle in the toilets at the airport and he gets completely naked because he's going to change. And he said at this point, he goes, "I was just going to toss the clothes because they were so sweaty and so gross." And so he's completely naked. So he does a version of a pommy shower.
What's a pommy shower?
It's deodorant.
Yeah, deodorant. But in his case, he grabs his T-shirt, which he's peeled off his body, and he rubs his armpits
Yeah.
and then his undercarriage with it to clean himself as best he can before he puts on
The new fresh clothes.
His new fresh clothes.
Yeah.
So he does that, and then whack.
It's called a pits and bits shower.
Yeah.
Is that right?
He goes whack and puts his wet T-shirt down on the cubicle floor, and then he opens his bag. And at that point, he realises he's left all his clothes on the bed at his place. And so he looks down. He's completely nude. And he looks down.
Oh my God, at the T-shirt that he's just wiped his Arse-Crack with.
Yes.
Oh my
And
God.
he goes, "Oh, I guess I've got to put that back
Oh.
on." So he puts it back on.
Oh my God, somebody's got to sit next to him on the plane.
And it's like a 3-hour flight. But he has another great idea. He goes, I'll go to the gift shop. And so he goes to the gift shop at the airport and finds these I Heart Cans T-shirts.
Right.
Yeah, but they only have them in kids' sizes. And so then he finds the size for the fattest kid and he's like, can I squeeze into this? And he goes, no, I can't. And so then he has to sit on the plane in his wet.
Did you hug him
arse.
when he landed in that
No,
outfit?
He stopped me.
Oh, gross. Has he burnt those clothes? That is disgusting.
Oh,
Ugh.
3 hours. I don't know what's worse, being him or being next to him.
Oh, next to him.
yeah.
You'd get used to your own smell, but imagine sitting next
I don't
to
reckon
that.
you get used to. So your own smell, maybe, but not when your undercarriage is involved.
I remember sitting next to somebody on a plane that took their shoes off and the smell of their feet, and it was a flight to Singapore. It was so long and it was starting to make me so angry. I just wanted to tell them they had to, and because it was just hot and it was sweaty. You can't take your shoes off
I've had
and
feet,
your socks off.
I've had
if you
feet
stink.
appear next to me
Yeah.
on the wall. So when I'm sitting in a window, I just noticed these tootsies just appear right next to my head, and it was the person behind just putting their feet up and being like, "Yep."
I think there was a story in the news today I saw. Where was it? So Michelle Williams, Heath Ledger's Michelle Williams.
Yes.
That she shared a story and a photo of passengers barefoot right close to hers, and so she started elbowing her to get it off.
Should we do what was gross on a plane?
Yeah, or even just like, can you top that grossness?
Yeah.
Can you top
Wiping
Johnny's
your own
grossness?
undercarriage with a wet T-shirt and then having to put it back on. Give us a call, 131060.
Carrie and Tommy.
For your Monday Arvo, it is Carrie, Bickmore and Tommy Little for the drive home. And on 131060, what is the most disgusting thing you've seen on a plane?
It's going to be hard. I don't think anyone is going to be able to top that story. It's so gross.
My housemate worked for 8 hours in bless you. For 8 hours in 30-degree heat, and so it was so sweaty, and was running late for the plane. So I thought, I'll get changed at the airport, no worries. Gets into the cubicle, gets completely nude, and decides he'll give himself a toweling down with his own T-shirt, and
Cleaned his
wipes
whole
his
undercarriage.
his armpits, and then opens his bag. No clothes in his bag. He's left them on the bed, so has to put the undercarriage T-shirt back on his chest. G'day, Matt.
G'day, how are you?
Yeah, good, brother. How are you?
Yeah, good. I just landed from Bali on Saturday from a 12-day trip, and I only took one shower, and that was because it was date night. with the wife.
Oh,
Hold
my
on. Were you
God.
swimming though?
Yeah, I was 40s, no undies, and in the swim bar every day drinking bintang. So, I mean, that's
Oh,
close enough,
God,
isn't
the swim bar's pretty contaminated. You just swam in pee for 12 days.
it? Yeah, well, the wife said, if you're going to have date night, you better have a shower.
Good on you, Matt. Do you ever think about that when you're at the swim up bars? No one leaves the swim up bars.
Yeah.
They just pee and keep drinking, pee and keep drinking.
Do I think about it?
Yeah.
I'm too busy pissing to think about it.
It's quite cute that he washed for date night, though.
Yeah, Matt, is that a new rule, shower for date night, or has that always
I
been
don't know.
the
I do it when I'm camping too. We go camping. I just wear boardies and stay in the river.
case? That's sweet. Thank you, Matty. Appreciate it. We got Crystal. G'day, Crystal.
Hello, how's going?
Yeah, good. We're talking gross. Is
Are
this
you
you?
the gross one? Yeah.
Yeah, well, mine's not on a plane, but me and my best friend, when we were 19, went clubbing,
Yeah.
and I dropped it like it was hot on the dance floor and split my pants,
Yes.
and I was wearing a G-string,
Oh, my God.
and we didn't want to finish partying, so me and my best friend went into the bathroom, and she had normal undies on in a dress, and we just switched undies so we could keep partying. So she was wearing my G-string for the rest of the night, and I was in a normal undies with split pants.
That's girl stuff, though, Crystal. That's the kind of
Yeah.
stuff we do for our sisters at the clubs, you know.
And how
Yeah,
was
keep drinking, keep dancing. It was fine.
how was the rest of the night, Crystal? Was it worth it?
Oh, totally worth it. Always worth it with the girls.
So what happened? So at the end of the night, so you've swapped undies. So at the end of the night, when you're parting ways and finally going home, do you swap back, or do you just
sure.
own
oh,
each other's
well,
undies?
I went back to her place and I was staying there the night. So, yeah, I took my undies back to wash and I chucked her ones in her washing machine. But, yeah.
Oh,
That's
good on you,
fun.
Crystal. What about Dusty? Hey, Dusty, you grub.
Hey, how you going?
Good. What happened?
So probably about 15 or so years ago, me, my brother, and a whole bunch of us, we had a minibus load of people coming back from Mount Buller. probably 3.5 hour drive to Geelong, and about an hour in, we stopped at the pub, got pretty hammered, and jumped back on the bus. And we had a designated driver, by the way, so we had a sober driver who had to deal with
Dusty,
the busload of
this
mates.
story has to get quicker. I'm so sorry. You
mate.
seem like a lovely.
Anyway.
You seem like a lovely bloke.
He's
but
got a
this
short
guy, no.
attention span, Dusty.
So my brother felt a bit sick and on the bus, and he was sitting next to me, and the driver wouldn't pull over. Thought it'd be funny to just let him throw up. My brother leant over and threw up in my lap.
In your lap.
In my lap, and kind of had to sit there while it seeped through my pants. Right in my lap. And then I was begging the driver to pull over so I could get out and get changed, and everyone in the bus just thought it was hilarious. So they were like, nah, you could just wait till you get home, which is another 2 hours away.
Gross.
I
Good on
don't,
you,
Dusty, forgive my ignorance. I don't know what it feels like, and I'm so sorry for asking, but what does rapidly cooling vomit feel like around your crotch?
So at first it's warm, like you've wet yourself, and then probably after about 20 minutes, it starts to go cold, and the smell is absolutely awful.
The smell then makes you need to vomit. Oh.
Yeah, I was struggling for 2 hours on the way home, and I tell you what, I was not happy when I got off.
Good on you, Dusty.
Thank you.
Finally, Maria. Hey, Maria.
Hello, how are you?
Yeah, good. What's the gross thing?
I was 16 years old on a plane with my parents. Dad falls asleep, mouth open. Lady in front, looking around the plane everywhere, turns around to me and says, "These teeth aren't mine. I think they're your father's."
What?
And passes them to my father. And he didn't know what to do, and he put them in his mouth.
What?
And
Sorry,
hang
what?
on. I'm so confused.
Fake teeth.
So hold on, did he not have any in?
He fell asleep and they fell out, obviously rolled under hers. She clearly had teeth as well. She tried them on. They didn't fit.
Carrie and Tommy. Carrie and Tommy.
For your Monday Arvo, it is Carrie, Bickmore and Tommy Little, and it's time for this.
It's time for Bickmore's Bits.
Here we go now.
Why?
Carrie's got a piece of tape.
Although I've realised if I tape his mouth up like that, it makes my job harder. So So this is what American golfer Ryan McCormack's done to himself. He's taped his mouth shut during a tournament because he was having all these emotional outbursts and swearing too much, and he couldn't get his temper in check. So he gaffer taped his mouth so that he couldn't make.
I feel like it would give you a temper. Sorry, what? Oh, yeah.
So you have to speak clearer. We can't hear.
I don't play golf.
We thought it would be funny. Also realised I now need you to participate. So can you take it off?
Good luck.
I'll do it for you.
No.
I'll do it. I'll do it.
Oh, no.
I'll do it.
No.
I'll do it carefully. I'll do it carefully.
Just for anyone playing at home. This is,
That was
proper
so
duct tape.
Oh my God. Are you bleeding?
That ripped a bit of skin off.
So violent, Carrie.
I thought it wasn't really stuck
It
on.
was stuck on my lip. You pushed it onto my lips.
Oh, sorry.
I'm taking a piece of
You
skin
know my
out
lips
of
are
you.
my favourite bit of my body.
Okay, so I'm going to go on with bits while you Sookie recover. If you're an only child.
Hang on. Are
There's-
my lips still supple?
Your lips look fine. They don't even
Supple?
look-
If anything,
Do you want
there's got a bit more
supple
colour
lips?
in them because,
Does a man want supple lips?
Yeah. Don't you want to
What's
kiss
the opposite
supple
of
lips?
supple?
Dry.
Supple?
Yeah, do you
I
want
don't know.
dry
I've never
lips?
thought I want supple lips.
Why? What do you want your man to have? Crusty lips?
Not crusty. No, that's moist. Moist is good, but supple implies...
You want moist lips?
No, not the opposite of dry. But I think men want supple lips on a woman. But I don't know if women...
Both.
Sash, are you wanting
Both.
supple lips?
Supple means they're all like moving around
and,
too
like, swollen.
stretchy and, yeah.
We've had a good suggestion from the producers. Tender. Do you want tender lips?
Yeah, we'll
That's
take
another
tender.
word for
Yeah.
supple.
No, it's... Supple just feels...
Well, guess what?
swollen.
I've got supple lips.
Anyway, a new study has revealed that only children tend to be smarter, happier, and more creative than those who grew up with siblings, which I
bet
found
that's a
very
study.
hard to believe.
Yeah, it's a study done by only children.
It's a study done by Chinese researchers.
We did have the one-child policy for quite a while.
Long time. We're the smartest. We nailed it.
Yeah.
They said only children also tend to be less impulsive and they're not dopamine rewarded, so they don't need the hit. They have far more ability to control themselves.
So no joy.
Interesting. No joy. Another bit of bits,
Hang
Demi
on,
Moore.
What's the point? What was the point of that?
Oh, just if you're disappointed that you're an only child, you're going to be happier, have better mental health. So take the win.
Says China.
Says China. Demi Moore, her daughter has defended the fact that in her 30s, her and her adult sisters still bathe together. She said growing up, they all had shared the same bath, which is not that weird. Most my kids
growing up, it's not that
bathe
weird.
together. And she said now in her 30s, mid-30s, she said we all still take baths together,
That's
my sisters
weird.
and I. Nah, my friend Chelsea and I, remember, and the dogs, we have
but
baths together.
you take a dump in the bath.
I don't. That's weird. That's weird. I don't.
Yeah, I know. We
And
agree.
this last story, I'm going to need calls on 13 10 60. Guys, what do you think you can outrun? Because a new study has revealed that
I've thought about this heaps.
1 in 50 men think they could beat a racehorse in a 100 metres.
No way.
Over what distance?
No way.
100 metres.
metres.
So
No.
to give it perspective, Usain Bolt's fastest ever speed was 27.78 mph. What's that? Miles per hour.
So it's roughly, just because I'm...
And a fastest horse is 40 miles per hour.
I'm obsessed with this. So it's roughly 45 Ks. I think Carl Lewis has the fastest recorded time of a sprinter, and I think it was 45.5 Ks, so his top speed, which obviously Usain Bolt has the fastest 100-metre time, but that was the fastest top speed. And I've thought about this when running against animals heaps.
Okay, well, you're going to tell me up next which animal you think you could beat, because there's a whole lot on here. Apparently, 61% think they could take on a dog, 26% a cat, 19% a goat.
But a dog, it depends, because...
Yeah.
And again,
11%
I've thought about
reckon
this
they could
heaps.
outsprint a house cat.
Because a greyhound is going to absolutely destroy you. But if you get a pug or like a British bulldog, absolutely.
Men are so
Fun.
stupid.
Oh.
27% reckon they can outrun a crocodile.
So I've thought about that.
zigzag.
20% reckon they can outrun an elephant.
No,
That'll be handy
But
when we
you
do
get
the
them off
big
the start
5.
line.
100%.
No.
I reckon they've got about.
100%.
I reckon they've
Do you
got about
think?
20 good meters in them, and then you are absolutely torching the elephant.
No,
Oh,
I
you
just reckon
reckon-
men have an inflated idea of what it's like when that study came out that a whole percentage of, like a huge percentage of men think they could land a plane if they had to, like a commercial aeroplane if they had to.
But hasn't that happened?
It has
Before?
Yes. Yeah, 100%. It has
When?
happened. It's been there was a pilot who was going out for his first lesson. So it
Yeah.
wasn't a commercial flight, but he was going out for his first lesson, and his instructor passed out, and he spoke with air traffic, the control tower,
And
he
they guided
he
him in.
landed the plane.
Do you think you could go into like a 747 if you were flying, a Sydney Melbourne route or whatever, and land that plane?
Carrie, I'm a pilot.
You're not a commercial airline pilot.
But if
No, but
air
I'm still a
traffic
pilot.
control was telling you what to do, I
Oh,
reckon
listen
you'd-
to you all.
I reckon you'd have a red
Sash,
hot
could you
crack.
do it?
But also, what are you
Flight simulator.
See, not with
But what
that
are you angry
attitude.
at us for thinking?
No, I just think you guys have such an inflated sense of
Optimism.
your capabilities.
That's what
30,
it is.
10, 60 guys, what do you reckon you can do? These guys reckon they could outrun an elephant.
Carrie and Tommy.
Your Monday Arvo, it's Carrie, Bickmore and Tommy Little. And are you optimistic or pessimistic? That's
Or
really
just
what
full
we're
of it.
asking.
Apparently, heaps of men reckon they can outrun a racehorse. Men also think that they can land commercial jets. Gary, what do you think you can do?
With a bit of light training, I reckon I could give a sloth a fair run for its money.
Yeah, I agree, Gary. Also, I'm slightly offended. Carrie is very unhappy about this because men dare to dream. And do you think that, just having thoughts should be something you should be reprimanded for?
Well, the moment I think about this race, I could just see me in Lycra. Okay, it might look a bit like a busted sausage, but, it's the look and it's the thought. But you should be able to dream. And I reckon I could give that bloody sloth a run for its
It
money.
reminds me a bit of what they say about when men and women go for a job, right? So when men go for a job, often they're underqualified, right? And someone will say, can you do X? Can you do Y? Have you done that before? And they just go, yep. And then they go, well, I guess I'll have to learn that when they get the job. Whereas women go, actually, no. So I haven't done that, but I definitely think I could upskill. Also, there'll be occasional times where I need to go home just a little bit early to drop the kids off. But also I'll make sure I catch up on that on the weekend. And look, I haven't done as much study as you said in the requirements when you were applying for the job. Women are too honest, whereas men just BS their way through life and go,
Yeah.
yeah, I can do it.
I agree, but you heard yourself then and it got boring. You know what I mean? Like, I'd give the job to the guy that was short, succinct, and said, yes, I can do it. And also, Carrie, you haven't answered the question. What could you outrun?
I could outrun lots of things.
Like what?
My children, we often have races.
That's out of all the animal kingdom you went to.
Also, there's no
My
way you're
10 and
beating Ollie.
6-year-old.
Yeah, I was
I
going to
haven't
say.
tried him.
Yeah.
Actually, he hates running. I think I could beat Ollie.
Why are you doing
I struggle with Addie. She's a little whippet.
Why are you doing what your mother has done to you, which is like hot girl stuff where you're like, you know what, I'm better than my kids.
No, I'm just thinking. If I
you
had
had
to
the
think
whole
of an animal, okay, if I had to think of an animal, I reckon I could probably outrun a giraffe because they're more of a doo-dung, doo-dung,
No way.
doo-dung.
Who's arrogant now? No way.
Nick.
Mick,
Mick.
Can we get the speed of a giraffe?
Mick, what are you outrunning?
I definitely can outrun a policeman.
Yeah, that's good. Have you, Mick?
Maybe once or twice when I was younger, but especially the big donut-eating ones in the Doc Martens.
I love it. So
That's
Mick,
a cliche, Mick.
Mick, but I'm here for the cliche. Do you treat it like a crocodile and do you run away in a zigzag?
Yes, 100%. And you push the biggest guy, the fattest guy in your group to the back.
Is that what you were calling up to say you reckon you can do, Mick?
100%.
Yeah. Okay.
Also, Mick, Carrie just has said the outrageous, arrogant
Not
claim.
a chance.
Not a chance. Yeah, not a chance. I
It was
agree.
the first
Mick.
one I could think of. Maybe a gazelle.
A gazelle! They're getting worse.
Maybe a peregrine falcon.
Wait, do you reckon a cheetah? What about an ostrich?
Caitlin.
Afternoon, guys.
Hi.
Look, I've got a theory.
Yeah.
It doesn't actually matter what I can outrun because we know that men have egos. So I just have to outrun the ego that said I can outrun an animal.
Yeah, again,
I'm
it's
trying to
boring,
work
Caitlin. So what could you outrun?
You?
That's pretty good.
A gazelle's top speed is around 80 to 90 kilometres an hour.
Yeah, so you would have to run twice as fast as Usain Bolt to run it. Hang on. I haven't done... Caitlin, I think you're fun and I like your energy. Do you ever think about things like this? Do you ever think, what animal could I outrun? What animal could I beat in a fight?
Look, I have a theory in life. If I'm running, you should be too. So it doesn't actually matter what's behind me because if I'm running, good God, you should be running really fast as well because shit's gone sideways.
So boring.
You asked
Yeah, but
Caitlin
just
another
give us-
question. She's just answering.
No, she didn't answer it at all.
She's got theories that she wanted to share.
Yeah, I did.
Jimmy.
Okay.
Jimmy, what can you do?
Well, Caitlin better put her joggers on because I'm that ego she's got to outrun.
What are you good at? What do you think you can do? Can you outrun an elephant?
I've outrun a racehorse.
Have you?
Yes. So it was a few years ago. I was at a footy match in Sydney. There's about 20,000 people. I got picked out of the crowd.
Yeah.
I don't know how, but got called down onto the field, and there it was. It was a racehorse, and I had to outrun it for $1,000.
And did you?
Across what distance?
It was 100 metres. I got a 10-metre head start, but got over the line. Bit of a trip and a stumble, of course, being at the footy, but got over the line there, $1,000 in the hand.
So
What breed?
Carrie, what do you mean, what breed?
What breed of racehorse?
What
Well,
breed?
technicality, it was a digital racehorse.
Ah.
Like it was one of the ones that they put up on the side.
Those electronic boards, they come up there and it'll beat it by about 10 metres.
But hold
Yeah,
on,
it's
was
got-
it running the same speed as an actual racehorse would?
Well, I believe so. I'm going to say it was.
Also, this story started, Carrie, with you saying, men think they can do all this stuff. And now we're chatting to one who outrun a racehorse.
Outran something on the TV.
Yeah. What are you outrunning? Or do you want me to go back to Caitlin?
I'd like to run from this.
Carrie and Tommy.
Carrie Bickmore and Tommy Little for the drive home.
I think she's the most important. I'll sound like a wanker saying this. I understand that you can't say something like this without sounding like it. Absolutely.
I think
not.
I'm very on board with what you're about to say,
I think
though.
she's the most
Don't you?
important artist in the world at the moment.
Wow.
I think
she'd be one of my favourites. I've been running to her lately. Her music's awesome.
She's just so cool and so layered, like all the stuff. I think I was telling you earlier, she did Colbert.
Yeah.
And she got a call up. Someone cancelled. She got the call up like 3 days before. She did all her own choreo, and it's her with two other girls, and their hair's tied together, and it's just like elevated music.
Well, I tried to play it to the kids because the girls love that song. And so I tried to find some of her other music, but I had to get the kids play, like the edits that don't have the swear words.
Just no words.
It's not the same experience.
No. Hey, Bickers, I assume when your kids are quiet, that's the most terrifying time because they're up to something.
I know this story you're about to bring because I saw it this morning. I was like, oh, my
It's so wonderful. It's from the UK. Natasha, a mother over there, she learned the hard way to keep an eye on her toddler after she discovered him and his face looked slightly a different colour. Like it was it had a grey, just listen to what she says.
Oh my God, when your son eats your dad, his ashes. My son has eaten my dad's ashes.
He's so little too.
You should see the video of him. There's ashes over everything, over him, over the floor.
How old is he?
Son
Like
eats
one?
your dad.
Not even?
It's so funny.
No.
Oh, look at it.
I love, because it's up
Oh my
there.
God, he looks like he's doing arts and crafts with
So,
it's everywhere.
you know when you see those videos of like, they go to scatter the ashes like over a cliff
Yeah, and
to
then
go
it
in the
comes
water
back
and
in
it
the-
blows in their face and they end up eating their uncle. It's so wonderful.
Didn't we discover, though, I feel like we spoke to someone who said it's not when you actually get your ashes back, it's not much of it is you. It's like the box and everything burnt. Like,
I guess, yeah.
Like, that
do
it's
they
actually,
burn the coffin and stuff?
I think so.
Do they?
I feel like, maybe I'm making this up, I feel like someone said you could just be getting the ashes of like a cardboard box. You might not actually be getting human remains. You'll never know.
So are you saying this kid didn't eat his dad?
Well, a bit of it.
A bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that what it says?
Yep. During, the coffin along with the deceased.
Yeah.
Placed
Gets
in the
burnt.
cremator and burned.
Why would you get a coffin when you're just going to burn
Yeah,
them?
I know. Maybe because then you want to be able to go see the person
sorry.
laid to rest.
Also, I said that dropping a raw human with no covering around.
And then when everyone
into
asked
fire.
why they didn't have we didn't want to waste the money.
Yeah. He wasn't going to use.
Yeah.
Are you joking? 131060. I'd love to know what happened to the ashes.
Oh, yes. There's so many stories like this. My poor friend growing up, it was in this, her mum's ashes was in the most beautiful vase they had in the lounge room, and her home got broken into, and that's the only thing they stole was her mum's ashes.
Oh, that's a hit job for sure.
Do you
Why
think?
would they steal the ashes?
But there was nothing going on in the family where there was some kind of underbelly of. They just took, I think, the most expensive thing they could see, but it happened to be full of mum's ashes. And then on the way out, they dropped it, and it was all over the driveway, and it was the most heartbreaking thing because all she you'd say, take the TVs, take the whatever,
Don't take my mum and drop her on the driveway.
And if you're going to take her, take good care
Take
of her.
her. You always take her, yeah.
When Grandpa got cremated, they wanted to split. A few of his kids wanted some,
Each.
and one of them wanted to go and scatter him out on the ocean because they would go fishing together.
Can you divide him up?
I guess so.
Oh.
And unfortunately, they didn't have something to put him in, and someone suggested in the kitchen of the house they were in, they were like, we've just finished this Vegemite jar. We could wash that out and put him
Oh, my God, he went in the Vegemite
And someone had
jar.
to say, you're not putting Dad in the Vegemite jar. But he went in the Vegemite jar.
I mean, it's pretty Aussie.
I mean, I guess, when you need...
A jar's a jar.
Yeah, and he doesn't care.
No.
Yeah.
If you get a pickle thing, you should put the in a Vegemite jar, so it's not much different. is it?
I mean, also, what else?
Exactly.
As in- yeah.
The butter
It's
container.
that or Tupperware.
Yeah.
You know?
What we're trying to say on this show
Tupperware's
is
dead now.
True.
not the only thing. Obviously, 131060, Bicker's got him. She's so happy with herself. 131060, what happened to the ashes? Give us a call.
Carrie and Tommy. Carrie and Tommy.
It's Carrie and Tommy for your Monday Arvo.
What happened to the ashes is what we're asking because a mum in the UK, she discovered her son eating a family member.
Oh my God, when your son eats your dad, his ashes. My son has eaten my dad's ashes.
Do you think she purposely put that timing in?
I was going to say, surely it has to be on
Because she
purpose.
seems quite distressed, but when she says, my son's eaten my dad's
Also,
ashes.
do you know what I do when a family member is eating another family member? I film it. That's my first thing that I go to.
But you got to have it for their 21st. you
Yeah.
know? Kelly.
How are you?
What happened to the ashes?
Well, my mum always wanted to be in Queensland and always wanted to be down here, so moved back and forth several times from Victoria to Queensland.
Yeah.
And when she passed away, we had her divided in half, and we took half out to the Broadwater in Queensland and half down to a park down here because she used to be a marching girl, and there's a lake there now, so she's in a lake and out in the Broadwater.
Kelly, what does the marching girl bit have to do with it? Like, it's a lovely story, and I don't mean to...
That was the park where my mum used to be a marching girl at the park. So now there's a lake there. So we put her out to the lakes and out in the Broadwater in Queensland.
Oh,
But the funny part is that when they give you the ashes in a plastic box, it's the size of a shoebox.
Yeah.
So when we were going out on the boat, one of her girlfriends said to me, "Oh, who brought shoes?" And I went, "No, that's Mum."
Did she also love shoes, Kelly?
Not really.
No.
Thanks for having Carrie's back on that one, Kel. Appreciate that.
I died.
G'day, Deborah.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Are you happy
Keep
with
finding
that?
references.
Are you happy with that?
No, I'm not.
G'day, Deborah.
Oh, hi, how are you?
Yeah, very good, Deb. How are you?
Yeah, really good, thank you.
That's
Just
good.
letting you know that our grandfather didn't want to have a funeral, so we had him cremated. And then what we do now is that every year at Christmas we play backyard cricket, and whoever wins the cricket gets to take him home for the whole year. And to the next thing, so we play for the ashes.
That's
excellent.
So good, Deb.
That's beautiful.
It's
I
really
love that.
good.
Carrie, do you?
I get it.
Do you
The
get?
ashes, like the cricket ashes.
What's the cricket ashes?
The when you play for the ashes.
So who's that between?
That is Australia or England
Or?
or Pakistan.
No, there's no more.
Or
Carrie and Tommy.
If you drive home this afternoon, it is Carrie, Bickmore and Tommy Little.
My family's favourite comedian is here, Urzila Carlson.
Hello.
Yes.
I can't wait. I'm going to hook up with your mum and become your stepmom. That's my goal in life.
How many times have you rooted my mum?
This week or
I reckon Lenny and her should get along quite well.
I think
course
so
they
too.
would.
Yeah, he's been trying it's his life's work to keep us apart because he knows it's like two magnets, and as soon as it flips it,
Yeah.
it's gonna be on.
Imagine if that's what happened in your life. Your mum turned and it was for Ursh. Wouldn't that just be
Wonderful.
heaven?
Yeah, absolutely.
Listen,
I mean, not so
Christmas-
good for your dad, but
Christmas would be amazing.
He'd be fine.
He'd
with
be
it
all
as
right.
well.
Hey, I'd include him in some stuff.
Yeah.
nice of you.
like
That's
nothing
lovely.
in the bedroom, but like fishing, golfing, stuff like that. Stuff that he's interested in.
Are you starting a trouble?
I was going to say there's a chair in the corner that he can watch,
yeah.
but he's legally blind, so
It's all right. You can feel.
You've come with gifts today.
I have.
You're wearing your, well, Tommy's now wearing the same T-shirt as you are.
Lesbitarian. Or you don't have the humps in the front, but yeah.
Your lovely lady humps.
Yeah.
And you've given me a cap.
Yes. I never have merch, and then all these angry lesbians go, "Why don't you have merch?" And I go, "Because I'm the one that has to carry it from city to city."
Oh, it's
That's
good
the
merch though.
pain.
Do you
No,
sell this
you-
at your shows?
Yeah.
Yeah, great.
you're not the one that has to carry it. What a
Hey,
absolute
Tommy, can you
lie.
can you simmer down? I'm trying to be a woman of the people over here. Okay.
Imagine seeing Ursh getting on a plane with an armful of merch. Yeah, just going to a show in
Excuse me?
Wagga.
It is in the extra luggage that I have to check in, which I'm allowed because I'm flying business. But I'm just saying.
How many T-shirts can you fit in an extra bag?
I wouldn't know. I'd have to check with my assistant or my tour manager.
Oh, I noticed that you went a size down for Tommy than his
Yeah.
normal size.
Yeah.
Had you not checked in lately to see how hefty he's gotten?
No.
I've got flanks
Do you?
for the first time, and man titty.
Nice. I like it. Eat some more. I don't mind. Titties on anyone looks good. Yeah, I'll take it.
We should also say your tour is happening now, livenation.com.au, you don't say.
Yeah.
Where in the world, it's hard to grab you for a moment these days.
Yeah.
How much time has Australia got you for?
Well, I'm doing Melbourne Comedy Festival now. Then
Yep.
I'm going to North America, but then I'm coming back and then I'm doing most of the major centres because I did the regional tour last year.
Mm-hmm.
So, people going, why aren't you coming to Wagga Wagga? Or why aren't you coming? I'm like, dude.
Sorry, producer Sammy is offended at Wagga Wagga.
How do you say it?
Wagga
It's
Wagga.
Wagga Wagga.
Wagga Wagga. Sorry, mate.
Which
Oh,
is-
this is the same twerp that didn't answer his phone, and I had to
Twerp.
stand outside. I had to fight two people
It's
in the
such a
street.
funny word. I haven't had twerp in a long time.
That's my clean swear word.
Is it?
Yeah.
Twerp.
Jerk, jerk's good too.
Yeah.
Jerk, dork.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Douchebag.
Yeah, douchebag.
Douchebag's great. Douche nozzle. I prefer douche nozzle because I think that's worse than the actual bag.
Can you get away with knob? Is knob, or is that a swear word?
No, I think knob's all right.
'Cause knob
but it's
jockey.
not
What
really,
would you be
it's not
okay
really top of mind
by
for
for
me
you?
like it is for you.
What would you be okay with your kids saying out of all of those?
Oh, they
Twerp?
can say anything.
Oh, do they
Yeah.
swear a lot?
No, that's the thing.
That's
I
not
don't-
true.
I don't-
I caught up with them not long ago, and they called me a. So,
Oh my God.
Yeah, but that's
can't
not
say that
That's
word.
not
We
a
beat
dirty
it.
word. That's not a dirty word. Like
didn't
we're
say-
all from it, or because of it.
Ursh, we've got so much more to chat to you about, including encounters with wild animals. Can you stick around?
Sure.
Carrie and Tommy.
I was going to congratulate you on kind of pregnant, but I'm assuming it didn't go as well as you wanted it to, because this is what you said last time on our show.
You've also got a bloody Hollywood movie coming out.
I know, mate. I know. I can't wait to be so famous and so rich that I never have to talk to you two again.
Seems you're back, so didn't go as well as you wanted, or you just thought you'd missed your friends?
Look, I didn't know Tommy has as much evidence on me as I thought he had. Normally when we're together, there's a whole lot of, people. Let's call them that. Shall we call them that? Let's settle on that.
Yep.
And there's a whole bunch of stuff in the room, and I get, confused. So I can't always remember the next day. And so I didn't know what he had on tape.
Has
So here I am,
it been
a friend
fun
of the show.
celebrating the movie and being out and
It
about and
has
having the
been.
world see it?
Listen, it's been amazing. And when I went to the States, we did this.
Oh, you did the
press
Super Bowl,
junket.
didn't you?
Yeah. And
How was that?
it was amazing. Although,
Actually, I think you
Ursh
showed
sent
us
us
a
a
video.
video.
Yes.
yeah.
Did you like it?
No.
No. Okay.
It was too much.
I was so interested with, because we've talked about it, but with how honest you were going to just be then, because I thought there's a chance you
No.
might just go, yeah, I loved it. And I was
No,
like,
I'm not that. No, I don't roll like that. I didn't like it. There was too many people, and the Americans just do everything too much. It's like, just play the freaking game, bro.
Yeah.
Like, every time, and then it's like a hold up of 15 minutes, and there's so many people. Like, we were in the third row, but then on the field, there was about 6 more rows of people just standing there. I'm like, get out the way. Where's the ball?
some of those were the players.
I know, but honestly, go sit down. Go sit down. When so many people stand around, it's like you're making the place look messy. Have a seat.
Who was the halftime entertainment? I can't
Kendrick.
remember now. Oh,
So
Kendrick.
this,
Exactly.
this-
How
so
was
this
that?
this infuriates me
Yeah.
because it is arguably it's the best Super Bowl performance of all time, and also arguably one of the biggest moments in music of all time.
Yeah.
And Ursh, what did you think?
I mean, it was all right. It's a pity they couldn't get ABBA or someone, someone good. But
you
I
know
like that
any
he
of the
burned-
songs?
No, of course not. But I listen to country music.
Okay, right.
But I like the burn that he invited 2 of his ex-girlfriends.
Oh, I know.
I was
Isn't it?
like-
It's so much.
Who was that?
SZA,
Yeah.
who used to date Drake, and tennis Serena.
Serena Williams.
Who used to
Oh,
date
that's
Drake.
right.
Yeah.
Drake's
Yeah.
ex of like 4 years, and then the whole thing was that Drake's, suing Kendrick now.
Oh,
and
because
he
Drake was
literally
down under at the time,
eyeballed-
remember?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then went home,
Yeah.
and he eyeballed the camera and goes, "Hey Drake," and I was like, "Oh."
Yeah, so I didn't really enjoy the music, but I enjoyed the drama. Because, I
It's
love the
heaps.
drama. When there's a bit and I'm not involved, I'm like, hit it. What else? What else is it?
Hey, so we've signed up to do something to raise money for my foundation and brain cancer research called the Big Five, and it happens to be in South Africa. It's a
Wow.
marathon
Okay.
right near where you grew up.
I'm busy.
No, I'm not asking you.
Oh, I'm not running it.
Would you like to?
No, hell
okay.
no.
I didn't think you'd want
I
to.
don't even want to drive that far.
Well, you used to live there. I think it's half an hour from where you grew up, where we're doing it.
Okay.
Have you? And the reason it's called the Big Five is because we have to run with the Big Five animals. Like,
Yeah.
we'll not run with them. Get
I was
away
like,
from
that
them.
is dangerous.
Have you had any encounter with any of those animals?
I have. I've had a elephant sit on my car. Last time we went to South Africa. Yeah, rode off.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I've got a photo as it's coming up. I'll share it with you guys before I go. But the elephant come up and then just it was in Musk, it wanted to root our car. and then just went all.
actually?
Yeah.
What kind of car did you have?
A blue Ford. I mean, honestly, he was slumming it.
Yeah.
So we just called that elephant Tommy.
So it came up and just started like humping it, and then
You were
stood
not
on
humping it. It sort of scraped against the side, but so it kind of wrecked the whole side of the car.
Oh my
But then, so we were because my ex-wife was recording, and then as it came up,
And you were inside?
Yeah, you just, and then the phone drops, and
Oh my
then
God.
I just floored it as soon as the foot, because the one foot was in front of the car. So she keeps screaming, go, go. I go, shh. You want to be real quiet around wildlife because that agitates them, the sound. So as soon as that foot moved, I just floored it. And then I had to go to the gate. But yeah, the car was a write-off because the whole side of it was munted. And then my daughter, who was just, because, you're going through, you're just looking at the animals. So the kids are sort of standing and they're going back, because you're going 5 kilometres an hour.
Of course.
And then she goes, my heart was going to pop out of my chest.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, if that's what happens to the car, what's going to happen when we run
Why,
past?
where are you gonna
We'll be
run?
Squashed. In Tabeni Game Reserve.
Oh, okay.
Do you know that?
Well, why can't you just run like the Comrades? Just, time it up with that and go run the Comrades. And
What's the Comrades?
The Comrades Marathon.
Where's that?
It's like one of the biggest marathons. Like everyone goes and runs the Comrades. It's every June.
Does everyone go do it?
Yeah,
And we
I've
haven't
done
done
it twice, yeah. 1 year you run up, 1 year you run down. From Peter Marisburg to Durban and Durban to Peter Marisburg.
Oh, no, we're going near Kruger National Park.
Oh, yeah.
We're doing the wrong one.
Yeah. Yeah, you're running with it. All the locals are going, okay, so we have these numpties from Australia coming in and they're going to run with wild animals.
If you haven't seen Ursh live, make sure you go do it. You don't say, as I said, is touring the country. Get your tickets, livenation.com.au. As I said, it's my family's favourite comedian, Urshila
I'm
Carlson.
telling you now, if you die on this run, I'm taking both your parents.
Hey, here's a deal for you.
Yeah.
If I don't die, you take both my parents.
If you don't die, I take you.
Carrie and Tommy.
Well, isn't our beloved Kylie Minogue having a moment in the States?
Oh, tell me. I don't know.
So ever since Padam, she doesn't even know how to say
was
it,
such-
which is very endearing and very Aussie.
Such a funny interview.
When we said to her, how do you say it? She goes, oh, I'm not sure.
I think she said, it's really up to you.
I love it. I love it. Anyway, because that
Do you
was
mean
such
my
a big...
high school alumni?
Yes, Kylie Minogue, because Padam was such a big hit on TikTok. She's huge in the States at the moment. And I love the fact that she just keeps reinventing herself. Age is no barrier. She's bloody awesome. Her shows here were amazing. Apparently she's had, I think, is it 2 shows at Madison Square Gardens in New York? Yeah. Yeah, and they absolutely loved it.
I didn't know that.
Lit
That's
the
massive.
Empire State Building up green and gold for Kylie.
Sick.
Bloody
Yeah,
hell.
I know. And I didn't know she was also in a show at the moment called The Residence, which is on Netflix. And it's a thing set at the White, like a, not a comedy, a drama set at the White House. But in
Yeah.
it, there's a scene where Kylie Minogue plays Kylie Minogue
Yeah.
singing at the White House. And she's in it at the
Ooh,
moment.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Good on you, Kyles.
Kyles,
get him.
Carrie and Tommy.
The Monday Arvo is Carrie, Bickmore and Tommy Little.
Pick that boot for the load. Booty, looters in the boot. Looters in the boot. Looters in the boot.
Carrie and Tommy's.
Pick the boot for the loot. Budget makes finding the right truck the easiest task on any to-do list. Good stuff. Give it a look.
Rebecca.
Hi.
Rebecca, this is so exciting. So the way this cash competition works is we've got 10 grand cash to give away, right? Thanks to Budget Car and Truck Rental.
Yes.
If you pick the boot, then you go and play for the chance to work out which budget rental truck or car. We're going to put them in a, what have we decided?
There
We're
might be
gonna
a mix of both because they have so many vehicles to suit every need.
So depending on which one you can pick, and you got the chance to win $10,000 or just take the loot home today. It's as easy that. We don't know how much loot is in there, but we know what.
It's as easy that. Are you right, mate? Hey, Rebecca.
No, what I wanted to tell Rebecca is there's only one person that's picked the chance to open the boot at this point in time. So, Beck, your chances of winning the 10 grand at this point in time is so high.
Well, I do have my trusty highlighter. I flick all the time when I'm indecisive. So
Sorry, Beck? What do you do?
It's a highlighter, just like on my desk at work. I'll pick my highlighter And so the one I picked this morning was a purple one, and I've got either the barcode or the lid. Like
Rebecca,
the lid has a little.
With all due respect, Beck, what are you talking about?
When I'm indecisive, I flip the highlighter in the air, and that will determine where I go, what I do.
I've got a highlighter here. I'm going to flip it and decide too for you.
What is everybody talking about? Why?
So this side's got
why are you
the words on it, and that side doesn't.
Who
so
cares?
depending on how she catches it, I get it.
However, I just flip it in the air and it lands on the ground.
Cool story, Beck. What's the biggest amount of money you've won ever?
Bingo, 1,900.
Oh, that's pretty good. And what do you want the money for?
Oh, with the 10 grand or
either? What do you need money for at the moment?
Well, at the moment, I've decided I would love to get my teeth done.
Oh.
So I've got a bit of a gap. My whole family do like the gap, but I'm like, I would love to just get like veneers.
Don't get veneers. Everyone looks the same, Beck.
And also, Rebecca, the gap's hot.
Oh, is it? Well, I'm definitely not rich from it.
Remember Jessica Hart? And she has a gorgeous gap and she made a fortune off it.
Okay. Well, yeah.
But you've got to look like Jessica Hart.
Yeah, I don't even know who that is.
All right.
She sounds hot.
Flip your highlighter and tell us which way you're going,
All
Beck.
right. Ready? Okay.
So, Beck, you can either choose a chance.
So it's gone barcode, which is the truck or the car boot.
You're going to take,
you're going to take the chance
a
to win
wide range
10
of
grand and pick the boot.
Yeah. Oh, my gosh. How exciting.
Oh, my God, Beck, you're now in the running. You're the second person in the running.
Thanks,
At the
guys.
moment, you've got a 50-50 chance of winning 10 grand.
Oh, my God, how exciting.
Beck, would you like the awkward part of it, which is Carrie? Of course, if you'd chosen the loot, Carrie has an unknown dollar amount in her hand, and you would have won a
Do you
guaranteed.
want to know what you would have won?
Tell me.
Oh.
You know what? It doesn't really matter, guys.
You would
But tell
have
me,
won
tell me.
$10.
Dollars.
Beck, we'll
Don't
see
make
you.
the right decision.
We'll see you to pick the boot.
If you want to play, carrieandtommy.com.au is where you need to go. Budget makes car rental fast, easy and affordable so you can get to the good stuff.
Follow Carrie Bickmore and Tommy Little on socials at Carrie Tommy Show.
Bye.
Bye.